So, coach, back to the country after close to 9 years. How has been the experience?
It's been a lovely experience. It's been lovely to be back with old friends and old foes. And Kenya has changed, but Kenya hasn't changed. It's lovely to see, and the fanatical fans are still here. They love their rugby, and it's been a great 3 days. It's been really good fun. I've really enjoyed myself.
Okay, for Samurai, I know you have a short period to prepare, get players from different regions, and now you come and reach to the final. What does it mean to you?
Oh, it's good. It's always very hard to come and play in the Safari Sevens, right? As an invitation team, 7 different countries. We've come together. We've trained and worked and got better as we've gone along. But you've got to build those relationships and those alignments over 2 or 3 days, and then you come up against play programs and national countries like Zimbabwe and Kenya who are together every day. So that's the challenge, but that's the enjoyment, that's the fun bit, and you get to do it here in Nairobi. So we always knew it would be a tough assignment, but one that we were up for. We knew we were the underdogs coming in. We knew Zimbabwe and the two Kenyan teams would be the favourites, but we managed to fight our way to the final.
Maybe comparing 9 years ago and today, levels of competition, what would you say? Have they improved?
Honestly, what would I say? I would probably say that today there was a lot of favours that went for the Kenya Shujaa with the officiating. 9 years ago, in 2015, when we played, maybe because we had some Kenyan players in our team, Oscar, it was a little bit more consistent. There were a lot of inconsistencies and favour shown, which you know, the game was 0-0 at half time, and there had been a lot of inconsistencies there, and it was 5-0 until the last play. So I think, if I'm honest, I'm very pleased with the way that the boys defended when they had to deal with a lot of adversity and a lot of inconsistencies. And fair play to Shujaa, they managed to get over and win the game. But again, I will be honest, I think if Shujaa want to do well on the World Series, they need to realise and recognise they won't get those favours on the World Series. Their discipline, their technical work in the breakdown at scrum time, they need to make sure that they've got players in the right places so they don't get free kicks. They won't get away with that on the World Series, which ultimately means that you lose games. So I think Andrew and the coaches, I love their culture. I love the way that they play, their power, their physicality, the smile, the energy that they have. They need to embrace that, and they need to continue on that journey. But they need to realise that the standards that you play here won't work on the World Series because you won't have favour. So I'm excited to see how the Shujaa go in Dubai. I love watching Odongo, the winger. It's like watching a young Perry Baker. He's very, very fast, strong, raw, and I think they've got great athleticism in their team.
Maybe other players that impressed you from the Shujaa side?
Pardon?
Other players that impressed you from the Shujaa side?
Yeah, I mean, if they've got more players to come in, that's great news, isn't it, for the Shujaa? Because you need depth to survive on the World Series. So you don't just need 12 players, you need a squad of 20, 25 players that can all step up to the challenge.
Do you have any message maybe to the organisers of the tournament?
No, look, hey, it's never easy officiating at this level, and I think what people need to realise, I think probably we need to ensure that the officiating in the finals and the semi-finals, there's no agendas. So maybe we need some neutral referees, and maybe the organisers need to look at considering bringing in some neutral referees to help develop the Kenyan referees who are trying to get better. It's not that they need help, they need to be developed, and they need investment. So that would be my words for the organisers to consider. I think, you know, whether or not it should be here or in Nairobi, that's not for me to comment on. I think the spirit of the Sevens and the spirit of the tournament is still there.
Okay. No, I wanted to ask the final question, but I see your team is there.
That's fine. That's good.
So I wanted to ask one final. What's next for Match Friday now that you left USA?
Match Friday's at home right now. We're making sure I guide my 2 sons on their journey. 21 and 18. They need their dad to be around a little bit more. So whilst I can travel some, I can't travel as much as I have done over the last 10 years. So we'll see. I don't know. Watch this space.
Okay.